We are rolling.
Rolling.
You're watching Mindful Love with Justin and Janie. They're helping couples keep it real in REALationship. In this video, they're covering the R.A.D love deeds.
Okay, desired, compliment, and touch. So we were talking about words of affirmation and physical touch as two of our strongest love languages, and they happen to be the strongest types of medicine to really keep that intimate connection. And it doesn't always mean actual sexual intercourse. There's all these other ways in which you can establish physical touch.
Foot rubs, back rubs, neck rubs,
Exactly.
head rubs.
Brushing the hair, me putting lotion on his hands only takes like a couple of minutes or whatever,
Scrub your partner down with a loofah.
Yeah, sometimes we'll take showers together. If he's washing the dishes, me going and just like grabbing his butt really fast.
Do one of those face peels together.
Oh yeah, that's like that's quality time. That's quality time. But for sure, touch. There's all the research is out there, guys, about the power in touch. It's the very first language we have as children. And so for those of us that maybe didn't have very good memories of touch or didn't have touch at all as a child, that can sometimes be uncomfortable for you. So you can always look a little into how to reconnect to the feeling and the touch and making it pleasurable for you and not this like,
A little game I like to play is I like to caress, her arm or her back, depending on what we're doing in our position. How well can I remember that part of her body? How well can I remember that small imperfection? How well can I remember the dip in her clavicle? Things like that. The curvature in her ear, the tiny little details. And for me personally, it just gives me one of those, it kind of sets me up for just desiring her more. Because now I want to double check, hey, how's my memory? How does it compare to
last time?
The actual, what it actually looks like? Am I holding it in my mind right? Do I need to repaint that?
But it's like John Mayer, your body is a wonderland. You kind of have that idea that there's always something new I can learn about Janie, about her body or about something about her. And because you keep that attitude and that outlook, it makes you enjoy me more easily and more, maybe, or something. That's good. I like that. So yeah, compliments and touch. And he's, if he looks cute, like, just some days you're like, your man looks super hot or he looks sexy. I like to share with him all the different ways I see him. And then you do the same thing with me too. It's like, oh, you're so cute. You're so pretty. You're so sexy. You're so sweet. He says things to me in Spanish sometimes. And I also feel that that's never gonna go away. And my mom and dad do that too. They still compliment each other and they still touch each other a lot. So it's totally possible. This whole idea that goes away and then it's just like a honeymoon phase is bullshit. You can keep the fires and the sparks alive. You just have to put a little effort into it.
Desire. That one was easy. So I got past physical attraction by the time I had met you. So what was intriguing was your brain, like how smart, not just how smart you were, because if you're depending on who you're talking to, smart can be subjective, right? Intellect and stuff. But I liked the way you were smart. I liked the way you paid attention to certain details, and it makes desiring you that much easier because I want to be around that. I want to be around a person like that. I want to be around a woman like that.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win. But I feel like we really are painting this fairy tale relationship, and to some people we are. To some of you, you're like, yeah, hey, it's what is it, like 2 years, 2.5 years into the relationship, all this will go away, this, that, and the other thing.
No, we've been through the ugly dark trenches together.
Yeah. In previous relationships and then some more in this one, just to make sure we've learned the freaking lesson. And one of the things that I've always leaned on, even before this relationship, was certain phrases have stood the test of time for a reason. They have, and a lot of the things in this book just reinforce the love, what it takes to maintain a relationship over a long period of time. You'll hear a lot of people that have been in relationships for 50, 60, 70 years talk about the respect that you need to have for each other. You always have to date your partner. Don't ever stop dating your partner. Don't ever stop dating your wife. Once you're married, don't stop dating. Take her on dates, surprise her, things like that. always be appreciative, say thank you. These Janie has been able to put together a comprehensive guide, and this relationship and the truth we're able to share with you that paints the fairy tale that you see is based on this. She was there because she knew this. She wrote the freaking book, but God bless her for being willing to stick around long enough for me to get there, because I'm a testament to it being true and it working. I'm so glad she had this guidebook for me, because I had no idea what love was. I had no idea that the things I was doing was actually repelling love from my life. And without it, I don't think I'd be where I'm at now emotionally and spiritually, but I also don't think this would have lasted at all. I think she would have thrown me to the wolves to find out life the hard way and just go through the school of hard knocks. But thankfully, she loves herself and the world enough to write this all down into a book for the rest of us to follow. So does it sound like a fairy tale? Maybe. Does it mean that it can't happen for you? No, because it's all right here. The things we do are all in the book. We're not trying to pitch you something we don't do and practice. This stuff changed my life. It taught me how to love, and it taught me how to receive a love that I didn't know I was asking for. I've always known I wanted this love. I've always asked for this kind of love. But when you realize that it's even better than you thought, and you're gonna have to clean yourself up of all the old crappy love, then you're going to end up being very grateful for what it takes to get there, and having these simple principles to follow to help make the transition a lot smoother.
Exactly. And I appreciate you saying that. And I'm very grateful that this has been able to help myself, help you, help other people. And I'm actually adding more to it and improving the book with just new info and new practical, playful ways to make your partnership a peaceful one that is going to bear fruit. You know what I mean? And if y'all are thinking of having children, or you already have children, you know, the new love that you establish within yourself and in your partnership bleeds over into parenting, and it bleeds over into your professional life and everywhere else. So these are just fundamental principles and virtues that we can dial into that shapes our character and shapes how we show up in the world, you know, for ourselves and for those that we care about and love. Those are the RAD love deeds. And we touched on seek the truth for S on the safe. A is accountability and responsibility and having an attitude of atonement. F is knowing how to free your mind of all the assumptions and all the things you're taking personal and all your traumas and all the stuff that's keeping you from having awesome love. And E, if you could do S, A, and F, you're at E, and you can express and expand your heart and live and lead in love. And he told you. How do you feel like you're able? How do you feel about the S.A.F.E? Like, where are you in that process?
I feel like it's pretty much automatic. It's almost subconscious now. I find it's not often, but I find myself catching her being like, hey, wait a minute. Are we okay right now?
Yeah.
But it's more me checking in. Like, do you feel safe? Like, have I given off anything that, you know, makes you feel like we need to check in with each other or pause or something?
Yeah. God, there's just so much to touch on. Nonverbals, that's going to be the next one that we do. It's the nonverbals.
That one's going to be a lot of fun, and it makes handling conflict and negotiating compromises a lot easier and smoother. And this makes life a lot better. I always say that you can feel a healthy couple. You can feel the energy that's between them and the energy they bring to a room. And as someone that's still new to it and still sitting in, you really do. You can feel how these differences in behavior, these differences in beliefs, and just the way you go about things, about yourself and love, they really do make you feel different. And that's 3 layers deep on its own. But yes, body language and nonverbals are a lot of fun to explore in relationships, or at least they can be.
And again, it's just keeping that curiosity alive. This was a really good little run through here of the RAD love deeds. We touched a little bit on the safe thing, a little bit on unconditional love. Yeah. We got it all. Thank you so much.
Just want to say one more thing.
Do it.
You are rad.
You're rad. And you're rad for doing rad love with me. Thank you.
You're rad for coming up with the radicalness we can do together.
Yeah. That's what you want. You want that radical, awesome love. And the only way to do it is to do it mindfully.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. Okay, hit stop.
Thank you for watching Mindful Love with Justin and Janie. Subscribe to Rise Above TV's YouTube and podcast channel for more mindful content.